Hello students, good evening to all of you all. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the online session. Can you all hear me clearly and see the screen clearly? Am I audible to you all? Yes. Okay, thank you. So as this is a free session, you all can share the link with your friends. It's okay. I have already sent the link in the group. I'll put it in the chat box also. You all can copy it and send it through WhatsApp to your friends. Okay, so today I sent the paper related to tissues. So it's a grade 11 thing. This is a model paper. Just now you all have completed the tissue lesson, so you all are fully equipped with the answers. So most probably you'll be able to answer these questions. I think you all have done the paper. So let's go into the discussion. Question number 1. Which of the following statement is not true regarding tissues? So tissue is a collection of cell. Partly it is correct. A collection of cell, a group of cell is a tissue. Cell in a tissue are physically separated. No, Buddha. Normally, when we take a tissue, physical connection between the cells are needed. So this word separated is wrong. Tissues in a cell have a common origin. Yes, that is a part of the definition of tissue. Collection of tissues form organs. Yes. So we know physically linked group of cells having a common origin and specialized to perform a specific function. If these 4 points are there related to cells, it is 100 related to tissues, it's 100% correct. I think the first thing we discussed about the tissues is the definition. And also we know that tissues join together to form the organs. Organs join together to form the organ system. So here the totally wrong answer is physically separated. It should be physically linked or physically connected. So physically separated is a total wrong answer. So they're asking for the false one, or which is not true regarding tissues. Answer B. Hope you all got this correct. If you have any doubts or any problem, can ask. Now clear, no? The ones who got the wrong answer, I hope you all are clear about it. Okay, so while doing these questions, you will be like revising the whole lesson because the questions are based on basic theory parts. Okay, so the ones who didn't do the revision, think that this is a kind of a revision. Take your textbooks, sorry, the tutes out. The ones who are coming to my classes, you all can take the tutes out and go through the tute and whatever needed highlight. If there is any additional point, add it. Which of the following tissue has the ability to divide further? So if you look at the classification of tissue, especially related to plant tissue, no? All the answers are related to plant tissue. If you look at plant tissue, meristematic tissue, I told you it is like automatic. Meristematic tissue has the ability to divide and grow further. The meristematic capability means ability to grow. Here, the permanent tissue, they do not have the ability to grow, but they can do really good function. So here the answer is not given as meristematic tissue. They have given an example of meristematic tissue. There are 3 types of meristematic tissue. Apical, I gave you all a short form, ALI. Apical meristem, lateral meristem, intercalary meristem. So here, look at the first answer. Intercalary meristematic tissue. Intercalary tissue is a meristematic tissue. So it has the ability to go. Parenchyma falls under permanent, no? Simple permanent, complex permanent. Simple permanent tissue, there are 3 types. Parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. Complex permanent tissue, there are 2 types, xylem and the phloem. This paper will be available in the group. If you all are not there in the group, please send me your name, grade, school, and area. Then I will add you all to the group. We have an online group, and for the physical class students, we have Master Academy Kolannava group and Master Academy Vellavatta group. For the physical groups, we have boys separately, girls separately. For the online, common group is there. So if you are related to online, just put online and send. If you are related to Kolannava, put Kolannava. If you are related to Vellavatta, put Vellavatta and send. Then I will add you to the group. In those group, all the needed details about our classes, the papers, all those will be uploaded. So parenchyma tissue is falling under permanent. Scleroid falls under what tissue? Sclerenchyma we have two types, fiber type and the scleroid type. Phloem tissue is complex permanent. So scleroid is also sclerenchyma. Another nickname for scleroid tissue is stone cells. The tissues which are containing stone cells. 2024 first question itself they asked what is stone cell related. Because their cells are little bit very stronger and like stones. Gritty feeling when eating the guava fruit and all on the peel we have small dots like things. Those are scleroid. So here the answer is intercalary. It's a meristematic tissue. Hope you all are clear about it. Send me a WhatsApp message, Buddha. I didn't give my phone number now. This is my WhatsApp number. I'll send it in the chat box also. Okay, let's move to question number 3. Okay, here you can see meristematic tissue. It is composed of cells which have the ability to divide actively and they can grow. Okay, the method of dividing is there are two types, no? Mitosis, meiosis. Here, mitosis because it is growth related. The cells present in the meristematic tissues are undifferentiated. That means, I think I explained in the theory class, here also I'll explain. Undifferentiated means they are not categorized into like what are the functions. Permanent tissues, we have parenchyma. They have a certain set of function. Then it's 100% parenchyma. Or else collenchyma, or else parenchyma. They are classified. They are, what do you say, differentiated into separate tissues. But meristematic tissue, all the meristematic type, apical, lateral, intercalary, all share the same features. And if you look at the meristematic tissue features, can you all remember? They are spherical cells, isodiametric. They have a large centralized nucleus, not a vacuole, dense cytoplasm, and thin primary cell wall, tightly packed. We studied the features, no, in the theory. Isodiametric means height and length. Length and the breadth both are same. It's actually spherical. Normally, a common plant tissue will have large centralized vacuole, but here we have a large centralized nucleus. This is the cross section of meristematic tissue. Even apical have the same features, lateral have the same features, intercalary have the same meristematic features. Undifferentiated means it doesn't have any other function. It's not categorized into function-based tissues. Now, if you look at parenchyma, some of the parenchyma can do photosynthesis. Some of the parenchyma are helping for storage. Some are helping for mechanical support. So like that, these fellows do not have specific function. They are only for growth. Later, they will differentiate. Meristematic tissue later can become parenchyma. With growth, with time, it can become parenchyma. Or it can become collenchyma. It can become dead and become sclerenchyma. So like that later it will differentiate. Now it's undifferentiated. For example, O-level students are not differentiated according to their career. But A-level bio stream students are there. Math stream students are there. They are differentiated, no? O-level, everyone studies like the same subject. But when you go to A-level, you're differentiated as bio students, math students, art students, common students. So like the differentiation means you're like, it's a common word. Finally, you're into one thing. But meristematic tissue, later it can become any of the permanent tissues. That is the word undifferentiated. Clear, no? This is the cross section of a meristematic tissue. Let's move to the next one. There are three types of meristematic tissue. You all know that, no? Apical, lateral, and intercalary. Okay, we'll go to the locations. Apical meristems, there are three locations. The tip of the dicot monocot plant, that is known as the shoot apex. The bottommost part of the dicot monocot plant, that is the root apex. And in the middle, the new leaves, new branches arise from a bud. We call it axillary or auxiliary bud. Lateral meristem, it's only present in one place. Can you all remember in the dicot stem? One special place. I used to give a short form. It's like the pizza sauce, no? Dicot stem is like a pizza shape. If you cut a dicot plant stem, the vascular bundles are like arranged like pizza. So in that pizza, in the middle, there is a ring. That is the cambium tissue or cambium ring. That is the location or the example of lateral meristem. Then intercalary, now this is only present in dicot plants, this lateral. Intercalary is present in the nodes of the monocot plant, no? If you go to a coconut tree and see the stem, you'll be able to see this, or even in a bamboo tree. These places are known as nodes. Nodes contain intercalary meristem. They help the plant to grow in height. When the node increases, internode size increases and the height of the plant drastically increases. So that is present in the node, and nodes are present only in monocot plants. So apical meristem is present in dicot, monocot both. Lateral meristem only in dicot. Intercalary meristem only in monocot. In our tudes, we have given a nice chart with the diagram, with the location, with the comparison. In one full page, you have all the monocot, dicot, apical, lateral, intercalary, all those things. Yeah, give me 1 minute. Huh? So can meristematic tissue become parenchyma and then die and becomes sclerenchyma? Yes, later that can happen. Stage by stage, parenchyma can become collenchyma. Sorry, meristematic tissue can become parenchyma, and parenchyma later can become scleroid type due to death of that cell. So stage by stage that can happen. Okay, shall we move to the next one? Third question. When meristematic tissue differentiate and lose the ability to divide further, they are called Okay. Commonly they are called permanent tissues, no? Later permanent is like according to the number of cells and the type of cells, either simple permanent or complex permanent, but generally they are called permanent tissue. Permanent tissues do not have the ability to divide. I hope you all are clear. Permanent tissues only you can divide into two types, simple permanent, complex permanent. You all know that. Here see, with time, meristematic tissues grow and after that they mature and differentiate and specialize into permanent tissue, which do not have the ability to divide further. In permanent tissues, the meristematic capacity, what is the meaning of meristematic capacity? Ability to divide, ability to grow, that is lost in the permanent tissue. Permanent tissue is specialized to perform specific special functions. There are two types, simple, complex. PCS, simple permanent tissues, XP, complex permanent tissue. Stratified tissue, it's a wrong answer. It's not a real one. There is a real tissue called stratified, but not there in your syllabus. So wrong answer, no. Okay, fourth one, which of the following is not a meristematic tissue? That's also easy. Now we know the meristematic example. Apical meristem, intercalary meristem. Directly the name is given. Cambium tissue falls under what? Lateral meristems, no? So that also is a meristematic tissue. Which is not a meristematic tissue, and a easy question, parenchyma. Parenchyma is a simple permanent tissue. We know the features of parenchyma, right? Yeah, apical, they are just given you apical meristem, the examples. Shoot apex, root apex, axillary bud, we discussed that, no? Then lateral meristem also we discussed, cambium tissue is the example. The ones who are not coming to my theory classes, if you want, take a screenshot of this. These are the features of apical meristem. In our tute, we have given this apical meristem features and the drawing of it, lateral meristem and the drawing of it, intercalary meristem and the drawing of it in the same page, so that when you're revising, it's very easy. Okay, now I'm in Mavanella, that's why I have off the camera, because here the signal is a little bit less. If I on the camera, the signal becomes stuck. Anyways, I'll just show you. See. I don't know whether it is clear, it's dark here. So Balanna, in this page, we have written about the apical meristem, all the features, examples, and then we have drawn the diagrams, no? Here my tute is not filled. Your tutes will be filled. So very easily you can just one page, you can study the meristematic tissue very easily. So like that I have made the tutes, very compact and, very easy to study. More than your school textbook, because when you take that you feel sleepy, no? This is more like, classified and easy for you all to study. So use the tutes wisely. Okay, simple permanent tissues you all know. Okay, let's go to the next question. Question number 5. Which of the following tissue has the following features? They are telling us the features, we have to identify it. Already we know. Cells are isodiametric. Isodiametric means spherical. Tightly packed, but contains intercellular spaces. Large centralized vacuole. It should be circular. Isodiametric means spherical, no? And large centralized vacuole is there in the center. Then that means nucleus will be in the corner. Tightly packed, but there is space for intercellular space is there. Not that much tightly packed. Intercellular space is present, no? Then obviously it is going to be whom? Parenchyma. Because in meristematic tissue, nucleus was at the center. Parenchyma tissue, vacuole is in the center, and also spherical. Collenchyma, if you see, it is polygonal in shape, no? Collenchyma. So collenchyma answer will not come. Scleroid is circular, but it's dead cells. No vacuole. So best possible answer is parenchyma. C. Third answer. I hope you all are clear. Okay, normally these features, if you draw the diagram properly, that diagram will give you 90% of the features. You don't need to sit and memorize line by line. Just draw the picture properly, learn the picture, understand the picture. All the features are included in the picture. If you look at the parenchyma tissue, the most abundant type of tissues in the plant is parenchyma. Why? In many locations it was there, no? Can you all remember the location? Cortex and pith of dicot, stem and monocot root. Endodermis of the, endosperm of the seed. Fleshy part of the fruit. Plant leaf, mesophil, palisade mesophil, spongy mesophil. Nice, no? If possible today, we'll draw a few things. Most abundant one. Cells are isodiametric, intercellular space available, composed of living cell with which forms the soft part of the plant, like fleshy part of the fruit and all, very soft, no? Large centralized vacuole, thin cytoplasm with small nucleus, thin primary cell wall with uniform thickness. All these are features of parenchyma. According to that question, our answer is parenchyma. Question number 6. Which of the following is the exact location of collenchyma tissue? Remember, collenchyma, when talking about collenchyma, I gave you a rough idea. If you take the categories of plant, dicot, monocot, collenchyma is not there in monocot. It's only present in dicot. Dicot also there are normally plant has three parts, no? Leaf, stem, and root. Collenchyma is not present in the root. It's present in the leaf of dicot plant and stem of dicot plant. Leaf of dicot and stem of dicot. So when you look at the answers, Balamo, cortex and pith of dicot stem, that is parenchyma location. Veins of dicot leaf, yes, correct. Stem of monocot plant. In the stem of monocot plants do not have collenchyma. Whether it is the stem or leaf or whatever, it doesn't have collenchyma. So C is wrong. Fleshy part of the fruit, it is related to directly parenchyma. So B is the answer. And here we know no leaf, dicot leaf and dicot stem. Which part of the leaf, which part of the stem? Balanna, the leaf, the midrib, that one, and the veins. How about the dicot veins? What is the special feature of the dicot veins? What do we how do we name it? When you compare the monocot leaves and the dicot leaf veins are how? Can you all remember under monocot dicot differences? We studied reticular venation and parallel venation, no? So this is reticular venation. Yes, I think some have, yeah, correct. In the chat box they have put. The reticular venation, that venations contain what? Collenchyma. These veins have collenchyma. And in the stem, which part of the stem? Now, stem is a general term. Now, dicot stem is a general term. Which part of the stem? We have drawn the dicot stem. I hope you all can remember. The outermost covering is epidermis. Then we have the vascular bundles. And the source layer, can you all remember? What is that? Cambium. Okay, give me a minute. Okay, බලන්න පුතා. Naming part. This is known as the epidermis. Epidermis is the outer covering of the dicot stem. Inner to that we have cortex layer. These ones are known as vascular bundle. Vascular bundle. This ring is the cambium ring. Already you all know that, no? It is made out of lateral meristem. And the centermost part is only known as pith. So the pith of dicot stem and the cortex and pith of dicot stem, what type of tissue is there? Parenchyma. So if you know this diagram is very important. If you know this diagram, a lot of examples you will know. Parenchyma examples, here cambium is lateral meristem examples. Each of these vascular bundles have xylem and phloem, complex permanent tissue. Now we are discussing about what fellow? Collenchyma. Where is collenchyma? A thin ring in between the epidermis and the cortex. Normally we say inner to the epidermis, there is a collenchyma. When the stem is young stage, stem is green color, no? Because of this collenchyma ring, he will help the young stem to do photosynthesis also. So there is no special name for this place. We normally say inner to the epidermis of the dicot stem. Who is there? Collenchyma. Because normally we just study no stem of dicot, leaf of dicot. Which part of the stem? Because stem kiyanne epidermis is a part, cortex is a part, vascular bundle is a part, pith is a part, cambium is a part. Which part is the collenchyma? Inner to the epidermis there is a thin ring that gives the flexibility and the little bit of a strength, the elastic nature to young stems. So this is where the collenchyma is situated. Yeah, the ones who are not there in our theory class students, we have drawn one full page with this circle and we have named all these things. The ones who are not there, you can take a screenshot of it. I hope the school teachers would have given you all this diagram and named one by one and showed you all which one belongs to which tissue category in our O-level syllabus. Are you all clear? Any doubts or any problems? Yes, shall we move on? Yeah, the leaf vein contains, that's why I put this picture, collenchyma. Here forms the cylindrical ring inner to the epidermis in the dicot stem, veins of the dicot leaf. Those are the two locations of collenchyma. Can you all remember the structure of collenchyma? Collenchyma tissues are like polygonal shape. Can someone tell me a special feature of collenchyma? They have a special feature. That feature is not there in any other cell, but only in collenchyma. Large centralized vacuole, nucleus, those are common ones. What is the special thing about collenchyma? Yeah, Balamu, anyone put it in the chat box? Yes, the cell wall thickness is not uniform. Nucleus is in the side, even in parenchyma it's like that. The non-uniform thickness, okay, the corners are more thicker with what? Cellulose. Normally we know, okay, keep this in mind, primary cell wall that will be there in living plant cells. Primary cell wall contains cellulose, majority cellulose. Then the other two things are hemicellulose and pectin. Then for dead cells only, the secondary cell wall comes. Secondary cell wall comes for dead cells. What are the examples? Sclerenchyma, sclerenchyma fiber, sclerenchyma scleride type, both that vessel elements, tracheids, all those are dead cells. Now, why is it dead? Because the secondary cell wall has cellulose plus a special chemical lignin that makes the cell dead. Okay, now we are not talking about the dead cell. We are talking about a living fellow. Okay, so here the primary cell wall, you see, it's thin and towards the corner it is more thicker. Can you see? Thin here and now it's becoming thicker. See, more cellulose deposited. So that is a special feature. In some places it is thin, in some places it is thick. Yeah, thin and suddenly it becomes thick. So the corners are more thickened with what? Cellulose. That is the special feature. That's why they get this polygonal shape. The cell wall is not uniformly thick. It's not uniformly thick. The why the corners are more thicker or more thickened with whom? Because it is a living cell, primary cell wall only cellulose. Then secondary cell wall comes for dead cells. What are the dead cells you all have studied in our syllabus? Sclerenchyma. In that we had fiber type, scleride type. Both are dead. In xylem, vessel elements are dead. Xylem vessel elements are dead. Tracheids. Tracheids are also dead. Other than that, we have xylem fiber, phloem fiber. That is this fiber dead. I hope you all are clear. I hope you all have studied this properly in school. Hurry. Which of the following cell type is not found in xylem tissue? Remember, xylem tissue is made out of four types of cells, four different types of cells. Short form is VTPF. Say it again, VTPF. Vessel elements, tracheids, parenchyma, and fiber. We can call it xylem parenchyma, xylem fiber, no problem. Out of that, when you consider their living and dead nature, vessel elements dead, tracheids dead, only parenchyma is living, fiber is also dead. So because of that, 75% of the xylem is dead cells. Don't think dead cells are something bad. Dead gives more strength. It helps in a lot of function. It helps to form the tubes. So because of that, it is the strongest part of the plant. Normally we call it the heartwood. Grade 9 you all have studied, no? Can you all remember heartwood and the alburnum? They take the heartwood for furniture. Heartwood is the hardwood, hardest wood. Yes, Baranna, which of the following cell type is not found in the xylem tissue? Vessel elements are there, parenchyma cells are there, tracheids are there, companion cells. Where do we get companion cells? It's present in phloem tissue. Because if you take the phloem tissue, what are the four types of cells present in phloem? SCPF. Sieve tube element, companion cells, parenchyma, and fiber. SCPF for phloem, VTPF for xylem. Easily like a song you can remember. So companion cells are present only in phloem, not in xylem. Okay, just go through this. Give me 2 minutes. Hari Nebuda. Question 8. Which of the following statement are incorrect regarding phloem tissue? Phloem, its main function is translocation of organic food. Yes. What type of organic food is translocated in the phloem? Normally we call it as sucrose. Already you all studied no grade 10 first lesson. Monosaccharide, disaccharide, polysaccharide. Sucrose is the type. Then that is correct. They're asking for the incorrect statement. It doesn't transport any other substance except sucrose. No. Along with organic food, other nutrients like amino acids, certain things, and plant growth substances. We can normally call it as plant hormones. In grade 9 only, you all have studied that examples. Auxin, gibberellin, cytokinin. Those things also can go. Translocation is done only from root to leaves. No, water transportation happens only from root to leaves. But sucrose transportation, leaf to root, root to leaf to another leaf, root to another root, stem to another part, any part. Starting place is normally known as the source, ending place is known as the sink. From source to sink, it may be from any place to another place. So, third one is also wrong. Companion cells are only present in phloem tissue. Wrong, no? Companion cells are only present in here you can take the statement as two statements. One is phloem tissue is only made out of companion cells. එහෙමත් ගන්න පුළුවන්. Or else companion cells are not present anywhere else. It's only present in, like that also you can take the meaning, no? So, according to me, I'm thinking they are saying companion cells are only present in phloem tissue. Phloem tissue is only made out of companion cells. No, it is made out of sieve tube element, companion cells, parenchyma, fiber. So I think it's better to go for the D answer, no? Or else, if you all thought in this method, companion cells are not present in any other tissues, it's only present in phloem. Like that, if you have understood it in such a manner, then you can go for the B answer. Okay, so the ones who thought like that and put B answer, correct. But generally what they are trying to say is that phloem tissue is only made out of companion cells. That's a wrong statement. Are you clear? I can give D answer. For some students who have logically thought like that, even B is correct. B or D. Yeah, only present. No, that word only present in phloem. Many thought presence. Yeah, presence. It's not there in any other parts, only in the phloem tissue. Yes, if you all thought like that, correct, good. B is the correct answer. Here the wording should have been better, no? Like this translation, lot of mistakes happen, huh? From Sinhala when they are translating to English. Commonly in our O-level papers, this happens. We have to get used to it, no problem. If you take the phloem, it's a two-way transportation. Here, phloem tissue, these are the features. Just go through it. Let's move to the next one. Yeah, there is a question, Balamu. How many questions? We'll try as much as possible. But first few questions, I want to go along with the theory. So these are the features of the sieve tube element. Sieve tube element is a special cell. It's a cell with no nucleus. Keep that in mind. It's a living cell, but specialty it doesn't have a nucleus. Because it doesn't have a nucleus, what happens? The fellow who is next to him, the companion cell, has to support him. We normally give an example like a fellow who studies well and a fellow who doesn't study at all. The sieve tube element is the fellow who doesn't study at all. Companion cell is the fellow who studies well. So always the studying fellow should give the answer to the non-studying fellow. He has to give pencils, erasers, answers. Okkamadennone. So when we were discussing, we put that analogy and we studied, no? Hari. Question number 9. Which tissue has the following characters, Balamu? Long, cylindrical, elongated cell. End walls are completely dissolved to form a tube. Cells are dead due to secondary cell wall. Okay. This is the vessel element. Vessel element. I'll draw this and show it to you. Okay, answer B. The vessel elements. Here, these are the features of vessel element. Cells, dead cells with secondary cell wall, and secondary cell wall contains lignin. Because of that only they became dead. Cylindrical and elongated. Empty lumen means in the middle there is nothing. Because the cells are dead. No, when the cells are dead, the inner space becomes empty lumen. The special thing is the end walls or the cross walls are completely broken or dissolved. For example, if I say this is one vessel element, this is another vessel element. Initially, it will be like cells stacked one on top of the other. Okay, so then initially it will be living and all those things are there. When the secondary cell wall gets lignin, what will happen? When the secondary cell walls have lignin, the inner parts will become dead and it will become empty. So this is empty lumen. So empty lumen, empty lumen, empty lumen. After sometimes what happens? The end wall. This is known as the end wall. The gap between one cell and the other, that will dissolve completely. Like this, it will dissolve completely. Now you can see after it dissolves completely, this becomes like a tube, no? Easily water can travel upwards. So vessel elements transport water in this manner. There is no barrier. All the center parts, the end walls are dissolved completely. So from that wording only we identified that this is vessel elements. End walls are completely dissolved to form the tube. I hope you all are clear about it. Question number 10. Which of the following is not a location of parenchyma? Parenchyma, I think I told you all the locations. Cortex and pith of dicot stem and monocot root. This itself has 4 locations. Cortex of dicot stem, cortex of monocot root, pith of dicot stem, pith of monocot root. In this, the dicot stem is the very important one. I drew and I showed you the cortex and pith of dicot stem. Yeah. Me tiene. Cortex of dicot stem, cortex and pith of dicot stem are made out of parenchyma. Now you all know this space is parenchyma and this space is also parenchyma, the cortex space. I hope you all are clear about it now. Yes. Shall we move to the next one? Yeah, the ones who want to take a screenshot, you all can take a screenshot of this. That's why I told you the dicot stem diagram, pizza diagram. In our class, we call it pizza diagram. It's a very important one. Fleshy part of the fruit. Yes, parenchyma is there. Look at the answers. Spongy mesophil parenchyma is there. Endosperm of seed is parenchyma is there. Fleshy part of the fruit parenchyma is there. Veins of dicot leaf, who's there? You all know the answer. Colon chyme. Dicot leaf veins, dicot plants, leaf veins that reticulate venation. It's colon chyma. Clear, right? Let's go to the 11th one. Which of the following features cannot be seen in, cannot be seen, no, cannot be seen in dicot plant? Vascular bundles are arranged in a circular manner. We can see that in dicot plant, in the dicot stem. Presence of taproot system. Yes, dicot plants have taproot system. Trimerous flowers, flowers having three petals or multiple. No, that is whose feature? Monocot plants feature. Leaf having reticular venation, that is also dicot stem. So, our third answer is wrong because it's the feature of a monocot leaf, monocot flower. Dicot flower will have four petals or multiples of four, five or multiples of five. We call it tetramerous. Five and multiple of five, pentamerous. I hope you all are clear about it, no? Yes, let's do the other one. Let's go for the other one. Okay, for the ones who studied this properly, it's like a superb revision. Okay, some have sent comments like, so after every theory class, we'll have like this same that theory part revising. Yes, we'll like mainly in our paper class, it will be like that. But from second term, we will jump to past papers. But what I have done is I have taken all the past papers and gone through it and broken it unit by unit. So after finishing every lesson, we will have past paper discussion related to that lesson. That also will start in the paper classes. Okay, so we have a big plan. Okay, theory, it's done superbly. By now, we have completed in my physical classes, we have completed two lessons. First lesson and the photosynthesis lesson. Online classes, well, I completed photosynthesis. Next week, columnar also photosynthesis we will complete. Online also we will try to complete the photosynthesis part. So two lessons done. Third lesson, one long lesson, mixture lesson is going to start after that. So theory part with the tudes properly, that is going from one side. From this side, paper classes, little by little, we are building up the momentum. After Ramazan, see, it's going to be full tough. I don't know. It might go until 10:30 also at those times. Okay, here a few differences between dicot monocot is given. The ones who don't know, just take a screenshot of it. From grade 6, 7, 8 onwards, you have been studying no monocot, dicot. So what I did for my students is, after studying these plant tissues, okay, I put a separate one full page, all the from grade 6 to grade 11. What are the differences of dicot, monocot? Everything in one page. That's there. Page number 14 in our tute. Alright, let's move next one. Which of the following plant is not a monocot plant? You all know the monocot plant, no? Bamboo, even banana plant, coconut tree, grass. Coconut is monocot. Paddy is monocot. Bamboo is monocot. Guava Obviously, everyone have seen the guava leaf, no? Reticular venation, dicot plant. Easy. Here you can see the veins, reticular venation. And in the middle also those veins are going branch. Normally monocots are unbranched. Okay, what have they done here? Can someone tell me what have they done here? Two places. Grade 10 thing. If you all can't see, I'll zoom it and show. What do you think has happened to that plant? Yes, twig grafting has been done. Okay, not budding. We normally generally call it budding, no, but scientifically, what is it? Grafting. If you graft a bud only, it's bud grafting. But here, a twig has been grafted, no? Twig grafting. Common people will say budding. Make a bud karla tiyenne. Ek a really not budded. It's twig grafting. They have taken a twig from another plant. We call it the scion and fixed it to this guava plant. This guava plant is the stock. Stock scion. Can you remember grade 10? Don't forget it, huh? Under artificial vegetative propagation. Very good. Hurry. Which of the following tissue is related to transportation of hormone throughout the human body? Hormones are transported in the blood plasma. Blood is related to connective tissue, so here directly they have given blood tissue. No? If you take the blood plasma, it transports hormones, antibodies, plasma protein. All those are dissolved. Gases are dissolved, nutrients are dissolved in the plasma, and it transports throughout the human and animal body. Okay. So hormone system, don't worry. In sorry, not unit. Yeah, unit 6, second term, one important lesson is coming, system lesson. That is a target question. Every O-level paper, out of the 8 system, one system comes. One or two systems come. Circulatory system, respiratory system, nervous system, endocrine system, excretory system, lymphatic system. The hormonal system is known as endocrine system. We will study that. So the whole endocrine system depends on blood, because from one place to the other place to transport the hormones, we need blood, especially the blood plasma part. Okay, blood plasma part only transports the hormones. Here you can see the overall function of the blood. Transportation of material. The digested end products are transported. We call it the nutrients. Respiratory gases, excretory products, hormones, mineral ions, proteins, antibodies. All those are transported by blood. Protect the body against pathogenic microbes. Can you all remember? There are two methods. Phagocytosis method and antibody method. Did I tell you all that story? Auntie and uncle? Last week we discussed that, no? Shall we tell that for the newcomers also? Some don't know. Lo. Okay. This is about the body immunity. Body's immunity, the majority of the immunity is done by the white blood cells. It's like body's defense mechanism. Like every country has an army, body has a like a army thing, army or navy or whatever you want to call it. Okay, defense ministry, the white blood cells. So when the pathogens, what are pathogens? Microorganisms which has the potential to cause diseases. Those are only known as pathogens. So some of the bacteria can be pathogens. Some of the fungus can be pathogen. All the virus in the world are pathogen. All the protozoas are pathogen. So they are like thieves. Now think like this. There is a house. Okay, there is a house. Okay, and there is a auntie inside the kitchen. She's cooking. So some thieves jump into their fence. Okay, some robbers or thieves, they jump in. So they have a CCTV camera. In that CCTV camera, it's recorded, and the auntie, while cooking in the TV, she's seeing that some fellows have entered. That's like when the pathogens enter into the body. Okay, our body will detect it and send the message. Okay, send the message to the main defense ministry. Our body will send a message. So then body will get activated. So like when the auntie sees the okay, when auntie sees the Muna, the thieves, let's call them thieves, robbers, she'll get Mara angry, Mara. Okay, this is why people attack Torrents. Okay, so what will happen is she will throw whatever she has in the hand. Maybe while she's cutting the vegetable, she has a knife. She will throw that knife. She will throw the pan. She will throw whatever possible things at the robbers. One or two fellows will die, maybe. The others will dodge and escape. Then she will shout. Auntie will start shouting, and who will come? Uncle will come. Uncle doesn't look good. Comes with a big polla and a sarong. It looks like a skirt, no? So uncle will come with a big stick or a weapon and come and hit and kill the robbers. Okay, that's a that they say in YouTube that this is the end of the robbers. And what happens in our body when the pathogens come, our immunity, okay, our defense ministry will be informed. So who are our defense ministry? White blood cells, sorry, who the defense ministry will inform the white blood cells, those are the army fellows. The white blood cells, there is one white blood cell, normal white blood cell, we'll call her auntie. She will produce antibodies. From this antibody word only this auntie thing came, anti. Okay, this cell will produce a chemical called antibody. This antibody will go and kill some of the pathogens. Sometimes it will kill all, but sometimes it won't. Okay. So when she throws things, it's like throwing the sending the antibodies. But if the antibody cannot kill all the pathogens, still the pathogens are there, then only who will come into action? The other white blood cells will call him uncle. If she is anti, he is uncle. Uncle will go and eat the pathogens and kill them. Eat it. That method is known as phagocytosis. Those cells go towards the pathogens, engulf. Engulf means swallow the pathogens and destroy them. So that is our immunity story. That is how our body fights with pathogens. That is how this auntie and uncle are fighting with the robbers to keep their house safe. Evage, our white blood cells are fighting with the pathogens to keep our body healthy. Hope you can nicely correlate. Clear, no? So, like this, certain things are there in our body. If we correlate with a story, now, for example, for cellular respiration, I have a nice story related to the airport story. Can you all remember? Grade 10s also. Recently, we were discussing. Okay. Then why do we need medicine? We need medicine if, okay, there are two reasons. When this is happening in the body, we will get a fever. Our body will be in a emergency situation, no? So quickly we drink the medicine and reduce that fever nature. We will become weak while this fighting is happening in the body. So to recover from that. Other one is when our white blood cells are very weak, when the auntie and uncle are very old, then they can't fight. then some other people should come and do the attack. That is why what the tablet is doing. Actually, Puta, from small days, I'll tell you the real thing. Now, sometimes some people will get angry with me. Okay, parents, because of over concern about their children, the first day when a slight fever comes, quickly they give medicine, giving all the powerful antibiotics. So, like that, giving, and not allowing that child's real immunity to come out. Okay, they are totally dependent. So when that child becomes an adult also, his body's immunity is very less. Okay, so normally if a person gets a fever, having the fever for 1 or 2 days is not a problem. You can do some natural remedy methods and reduce it. After 3 days, if it continues, taking medicine is okay. But we have to allow our body to fight with the pathogens. But the first day, when the temperature is high, some parents are there over concerned. They think they are doing a good thing, give medicine, and medicine will kill the pathogen. But that child's body, WBC, won't get a chance. Okay, so therefore, that is also not good. Okay, we have to allow the body's immunity to develop. We have to give them chance to fight and develop. Okay, so that's why nowadays we need medicine, because from small days we are used to medicine. Okay, they have made us. Okay, not again, the pharmaceutical companies has made a mara big drama that every single fever needs high dose of antibiotic and that and this, and they have fooled us actually. So they tell us if you don't correctly drink the medications, accordingly the pathogen gets more powerful. It's like this. Once you start drinking medicine, you have to take the medicine properly. But before taking the medicine, you have to allow the body to fight. Okay. Hurry. Then let's go to our question. Question number 15. Sorry, 14. Which of the following tissue can relate to the functions such as absorption and secretion? Okay. Can you all remember? If you can't remember the functions of the epithelial tissue, what should you all get in O-level exam? I think
F pass.
F pass. That is like a curse for me, yeah. Okay. Because for the epithelium tissue function, I have made it so easy for you all. I have put all the first letters and made like a mnemonic. F pass. What is the F pass? Filtration happening in the kidney. That is with the help of epithelium tissue. Protection. Many places in our body, protection is happening. Our skin is the best example. Protecting our body from all the harmful things. Skin is a barrier. Epithelial tissue. Absorption. Our small intestine, they absorb all the food which we eat, the medicine, the water. So absorption through the epithelial tissues. Then we have secretion. Yesterday, no, we discussed this in our online class. And sensory. All these are the functions of epithelial tissue. Are you all clear about that? So very easy to remember the epithelial tissue functions. F pass. Filtration, protection, absorption, secretion, sensory. Okay, these are the features. Yesterday only we studied this. Epithelial tissues always have a basement membrane. On the basement membrane, tightly packed cells are there. There can be a single layer or they can be multi-layered. No, direct nerve supply is there, but direct what is not there? Direct nerve supply is there, but for epithelial tissues, direct blood supply is not there. The nutrients will go from here to the cell, but the direct blood doesn't go. We explained about all these things. Functions of the epithelial tissue: filtration, protection, absorption, secretion, sensory. So here they were talking about absorption and secretion. Epithelial tissue can do that without any problem. It can do it. Yeah, this class recording I'll be giving. Okay, because this month paper class whole month is free, no? So recording will be given. Whatever free classes I am having, recording will be directly available in the group. But all the paid classes, recording is available for the students who purchase it. It will be there in the website. Okay. Then smooth muscles are found mainly in heart muscles. No, heart muscles is cardiac. Skin is epithelial. Bicep muscle is skeletal. Movable muscles are skeletal muscles. So stomach muscles, not the outer covering of the stomach. Outer covering of the stomach will have epithelial. The muscles inside part of the stomach will have smooth muscles. So good examples are there for smooth muscles. The inner part of the stomach, no? Digestive system, stomach is there. The urinary bladder, where the urine is coming and getting collected, getting filled. We can't control that, no? Only this sphincter we can control. Release of urine can be controlled, but collection of urine, storage of urine, automatically it happens. Like that, the female reproductive organ, that is a very good example for smooth muscle, because we have studied that during menstrual cycle, that menstrual phase is there, no? During that, bleeding will occur, no? So these muscles are the ones which break. Ovary is there. These muscles which I have highlighted, those ones only break and come as menstrual blood. So those wall is smooth muscle. That smooth muscle is helping in the menstrual cycle. For baby, the implantation of the baby happens in the smooth muscles. The growth of the baby is supported by the smooth muscles. Placenta is connected to that smooth muscle. So wall of the uterus. Uterus, other word is womb. The wall of the womb, wall of the uterus. Very good example for smooth muscle. If you look at the zoomed version of the smooth muscle, if you take the microscopic view, they are spindle shaped, no? Yesterday I drew one by one and I showed you which one is short, cylindrical, branched, which one is long, cylindrical, unbranched, which one is smooth, spindle shaped, who is uninucleate, who is multinucleate, who is voluntary, who is involuntary. That nicely we have discussed. Okay. This classification only cardiac muscle, skeletal muscle, and smooth muscle. Question number 16. Which of the following cells help in the transportation of oxygen in the body? Who helps in the transportation of oxygen? Red blood cells. We call them scientific name erythrocyte. Putta, did I tell you all this foreigner story? Yesterday, I think online class I didn't tell you. But physical classes, I gave that full story. Did I tell a foreigner related story yesterday in class? No, no, no. Okay. Yes, I'll just give you all a rough idea. It will be helpful for the others also. My physical class students, they know. I think we might need a extra page for that. Because it is a dark humor, we'll put a dark background, no? Okay. So I'll tell a story. First, listen to that story. After that, I will correlate it with the body. Okay, this is a nice story of a gentleman who is coming from the foreign country. Okay, so the foreigner is coming into our country through the airport, no? Airport. So he comes in the plane and he gets down in the airport and he exits the airport and enters into a red color car, the taxi. Okay. This red color car has a beautiful red color seat. And what happens? This foreigner sits in that red color seat and buckles the seat belt. Now you might wonder, seat belt, all these are important. Yes. Okay, so that red color car has a red color seat and a very strong seat belt. Now the car is traveling in the road. Yeah, car has to travel in the road, no? It's traveling in the road. Then it enters the highway. And then from there it exits and comes out. Enter into the highway, going into the highway and out of the highway now. And then this gentleman is searching for a hotel. He has already booked a room in the hotel. Now this gentleman comes and gets down in the hotel. And the room he has booked is room number 666. Are you clear? So this foreigner who came into our country through the airport got into this red color car with a red color seat with a strong seat belt, traveled in the road and entered into the highway, and after some time exited from the highway and then again took the normal road and came to the hotel. And now he went into the hotel, okay, into the hotel and into the room number 606. And now he is waiting. Then another person, okay, she enters into the highway. She sneaks into the highway because she doesn't have a car. Slowly she runs in the highway and then exits the highway, and she comes walking, searching this fellow. And she also enters into the hotel. And after entering into the hotel, she searches for the room number 606 and enters in. Now we are going closer to the climax of the story. Okay. Now what happens inside the hotel room? Okay, what can we say? Fighting. They are fighting. And when fighting, a lot of energy is released. 3 substances are released during their fight. And once the fight is over, they return back, not in the normal state. Now they are damaged. They go back. Okay, so let's keep it as fighting. Okay. So what is the story? Now let's go into science. Think like the foreigner is oxygen. Oxygen enters through the respiratory tract and enters the lung. Lung is the airport. And from the lungs, the oxygen is absorbed into red blood cells. Red blood cell is compared to this car. Red blood cell has a special protein called hemoglobin. Oxygen attaches to that hemoglobin. And once the oxygen attaches to the hemoglobin, do you know that there is iron in our body? Yakada, irumbu, that locks the oxygen into the red blood cells. So Ka is the red blood cells, hemoglobin is like the seat, iron is like the seat belt which locks the oxygen in. Are you clear? Then these are the blood vessels. It travels in the blood vessels. The red blood cells travel. Now the red blood cell is having the oxygen. It travels into the red blood cells and enters the highway. What is the highway? The heart. Can you all remember the way in? Vein takes the blood into the heart, especially here coming from the lungs. No, we call it pulmonary vein. Then the oxygen is sent out of the heart through the aorta artery. That is the exiting part of the highway, the heart's output. Then again through the blood vessel, it goes into our cell. Hotel is the cell. Inside the hotel, there is a room. That room is the organelle mitochondria. Inside the mitochondria, now the oxygen is there. Who is this girl? Glucose, C6H12O6. From the diet, the glucose has come, and now the glucose is traveling through the blood. She's traveling through the plasma. She doesn't have a special vehicle to transport. Through the plasma, she's traveling and entering into the cell. Once she enters into the cell, she will also enter into the organelle called mitochondria. Inside that, what is happening, that secret thing which is happening is called as cellular respiration. Cellular respiration. Now you all were imagining a lot of things in your mind now. That imaginary things are called cellular respiration. What is happening? C6H12O6, the oxygen, the glucose plus the girl plus the foreigner will react and form carbon dioxide, water, and release energy. We call that energy ATP energy. To balance this equation, put 666 to the small molecules. 666. Already this glucose has a lot of 6, no? So when you put the 666, this equation is 100% balanced. That's why I told you room number 666. Or else remember my phone number, not 778283 666. Normally, according to numerology, what is this 666? Okay, like we write 786 Bismillah, like that. We have that numerology. No, according to numerology, 666 is considered as devil's number, Lucifer's number. Okay, so call this number, I only will answer. Okay, so now easily you can remember cellular respiration, even photosynthesis, balancing is similar 666. Okay, hope you understood this story. If you all are not there in the group, send your name, grade, school, and area to this number. I will save your number and add you all to the group. Yes, any doubts? Now see, I told you, for the oxygen part, I have the foreigner story. For the immunity, I have anti story, auntie and uncle. For the uh, system lesson, we have excretion, there is a Kunulori story. For lymphatic system, there is a hardware story. Okay, I feel like normally when we study in this way, even the hard things are becoming a little bit funny and and easy. Okay, to make these stories, it took time, but I can remember all this forever, no? So like this, we have a lot of stories because normally biology is very hard. So when we do like this, I feel like many students have told me that this has helped them in a lot of their exams. Okay, so chemistry, physics, everything. Wherever I can make a story, I make a story because I am a weak learner. Actually, I'm a slow learner. During my school days, at one shot, I won't understand things. So what I do is I go home and I try to compare it with my life. The theory with my life or with one of my friends' life or something, and I try to make a story. Or next door auntie's name, Ekadala, Munahari. I try to make it into that. Yes. Any doubts? Clear, no? So foreigner story is also done. Circulatory system, that part is also here. Cellular respiration part is also here. RBC structure, RBC, hemoglobin, iron, all that also easily you will remember. Yes, can you give me a 5 minutes break? Don't leave, we'll continue. We have few more questions.
மாங்க கொஞ்சம் சூடு கூட பாப்பா பாத்துடுங்க.
Sorry, I didn't mute, no? All the Urbala you all were hearing. Okay, let's continue, no? Hurry, let's move into. These are the component of the blood. By now you all know red blood cells function is oxygen transportation. You know the full story of that. White blood cells function is what? Provide immunity. Fight against the pathogens. Auntie and uncle fighting against the robbers. That one. Platelets are helping in blood clotting. So that prevents the excessive bleeding from wounds and all those things. Those are the platelets. Scientific name is thrombocyte. White blood cells scientific name is leukocyte. There are two types: granulocytes, non-granulocytes. You all know that, no? Short form for granulocytes is BEN. 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 Basophil, eosinophil, neutrophil, and ML or LM. Lymphocytes and monocytes. Take a screenshot if you all don't know. Let's go to the next part. Which of the following cell is important for the formation of blood clot? Just now we discussed erythrocyte, thrombocyte. Thrombocyte, commonly it is known as platelets. During dengue or leptospirosis, those kind of diseases, you all know leptospirosis, no? Recently we had that Miuna. During those conditions, what will happen? The platelet count will go down. Okay. The ones who want to take a screenshot, you all can take the screenshot. The platelet, this is related to plasma, this side. The liquid portion of blood, plasma. 55% it's plasma, only 45% cells are there. Another name for that is corpuscles. So during these diseases like leptospirosis, Una, and dengue normally we call it dengue. The dengue and leptospirosis, what will happen? The platelet count will go down. Then the blood will leak. Internal blood leakage can occur. If they get a wound, excessive blood loss can occur due to the lack of platelet. So here you can see these white color fellows. They are not white blood cells. They are platelets who are coming and helping to form the clot. Okay, prevents overflowing of blood. Helps in blood clotting. Prevents overflowing of blood from wounds. Certain disease like dengue and leptospirosis, platelet count drastically goes down, causing fatal issues. Okay, let's move on. Question number 18. Which of the following animal cells have the following character? What are the characters? Unbranched, having non-striated appearance. No branches, non-striated. We have only one non-striated fellow. Who's that? Smooth muscles. They are not branched also, no? What is their shape known as? Spindle shape. Uninucleated. They are asking. Uninucleated and doesn't fatigue. Okay, you can't say doesn't fatigue. It fatigues slowly. Uninucleate also hurry. Cells are not under our control. So from all the majority of the features, we know it is smooth muscle. Actually, you can't say they doesn't fatigue. They fatigue very slowly. Okay, with age only they fatigue. Are you clear? Even if this point is not suitable, from the other points, unbranched, non-striated, uninucleated, we cannot control it. All those are pointing towards whom? Spindle shaped muscle cells. Who are they? Smooth muscles. Yeah, cells are not under our control means involuntary. We can't control those muscles. Hope you all are clear. These are the features which we discussed yesterday related to the cardiac muscle, skeletal muscle, smooth muscle. You all can take a screenshot. The ones who are not there for the class. This also in page number, in our tute, page number 17 is fully dedicated to muscle tissue. If you study that one page, because I have given in a graph-like format like this. So when you see that page itself, easily you can study that whole muscle tissue part. Okay, let's move on to the 19th question. Which of the following statement regarding neurons are not true? They are made up of cell body and many fibers. Correct. Axon conducts impulses towards the cell body. Wrong. Axon conducts impulses away from the cell body. Away for A for away, A for action, no? Node of Renvir are present between the myelin sheath. Yes, that is correct. Myelin sheath helps the impulses to travel slowly, making it easy for transmission. No, no, no. Due to myelin sheath, the impulses are jumping and going. According to the impulses, when they jump and go, the speed increases. So therefore, 1 and 3 are correct. Are they asking? No, they are asking the wrong statement. 2 and 4. 2 and 4 are the wrong statement. They are asking which is not true regarding the neuron. Okay, neuron is the structural unit of the nervous system. No, it is the structural unit. What is the functional unit of nervous system? Can anyone remember? At last, I took some extra time and I explained that. What is the functional unit?
Reflex arc.
Yes, the reflex arc is the functional unit. Good. The structural unit is the neuron. I hope you all can remember the structure of the neuron, no? This is the cell body where the nucleus and all the other organelles are there. Then the fibers are two types of fibers are there. The fibers which bring messages into the cell body, those are the dendrites. They send messages towards the cell body. We call it delivery. Delivery D, dendron. D for dendron or dendrite. That is delivering the message to the cell body. After that, the cell body collects all the messages and send it away. A for away, A for action. Then, when the when the messages are being transmitted, it goes through this as nerve impulses. But to speed it up, we have some, like a roll cake, certain places are rolled with myelin sheet. We call it myelinated. These are the myelin sheet. The gaps without the myelin sheet are the places where the impulses are going to jump and go. Those are the node of Renvir. Node of Renvir. Can remember Renvir Singh jumping like a frog and going. And the end of the axon, it branches and have synaptic knobs. It branches like this. And here the circles are there, synaptic knob. The message will be released to the next part from there. Now, for example, you're seeing this screen. The screen, that image goes until the retina of your eye. From the retina, it is made into a electrical signal and it travels and it will be released to the brain. The brain only actually finally understands it. Okay, so whatever you see, it is converted into electrical signal. So whatever you see is electrical signal. Whatever you hear is an electrical signal because your brain is an electrical equipment. Okay, so that's why Elon Musk has now fixed uh, a small circuit to the brain called the Neuralink, and that is connecting the neurons. Do you know the first patient who did that Neuralink surgery? Some Noland, his name is some Noland. Okay, they fixed this electrical circuit to the brain, and they were waiting until the neurons connect to that electrical circuit. After about 1 year, it got connected. Now that video is there. That person can control his computer from his mind. He can type messages from his mind. Okay, so that means your brain and electricity are very similar. That's why the future they are thinking that you can put a person into like a machine and fix that machine to his brain and make him see things, make him feel things, make him taste. So he will be inside a room or inside a pod, but he will be living a life which he wants. Okay, do you know this concept of escaping the matrix? Mr. Andrew Tate, our many of the people, they are like, what do you say? Strict followers of Mr. Andrew Tate. Okay, he always says escape the matrix, no? Actually, what is this matrix? From where did this word matrix come? People thought matrix is the world. Actually, matrix is a movie name. Okay, matrix is a movie name. That movie's concept is AI has put us into a pod because AI needs the human energy, ATP energy. So to generate the energy, they want the human. But human will be running here and there and wasting his energy. So they want the human to stay in one place and absorb our energy. So the AI has put us into a pod and our brain is fixed to that AI. So whatever we think, that is like happening. Like it's like a, how to say, heaven life. Evage life. A person is, okay, that person is thinking, he's walking, he's eating, he's drinking, he's laughing, everything. But everything is just electrical signals. Is it possible? Yes. Has it happened until now? No. Will it happen in the future? Maybe. The first step for that is the Neuralink, which was produced by Elon Musk. Okay. So that means every signal going to our body, someone is touching you or pricking you with a pen. How do you feel that pain? That pain goes as an electrical signal to the brain. If a computer can directly generate that electrical signal and directly give to that brain, your body will, without anyone pricking, you will feel that pain. Okay, when you eat apple, your until your tongue only that apple taste goes. From the tongue, I mean the apple phone name, apple fruit. From your tongue to the brain, what goes? Electrical signals. If a computer can generate that exact electrical signal and send to your brain, even without eating apple, you will get the taste of the apple. So can you see our brain and our nerves are like a electrical machine. Only thing scientists have to do is try to manipulate the electricity according to our body. In that stage, okay, the scientists will be able to produce equipments where it's like a mind control. Okay, so yeah, we'll see in the future whether that those things happen. Hmm. So dendrite hurry, cell body hurry, axon hurry, node of Renvir hurry, myelin sheath hurry. These knobs are known as synaptic knobs. Synaptic knobs. So has there been any tryout with it? Yes, yes. Actually, I'll tell you one thing. The final, like, one main target of the scientist is, okay, to control the brain, controlling of the brain. That means if you can fix computer wires or the electrical equipment circuits to the brain and send a message in the computer which your brain will receive, that is like one of the biggest target which the scientists are working towards. Electronical engineers and the bioscientists, they are working towards it. Okay. So that's why science is moving towards another level dimension. This is the structure of the neuron. Neuron is the structural unit of the nervous system. Yes, we know all those things. So, for what reason are scientists doing all this? Okay, you know the final reason: escape death. Okay, that is what everyone wants. Everyone can. Okay, because death is the only barrier, no? So they are thinking that if you do like this and if you keep a person like this, you can escape the death. Don't know. We'll see. Which of the following cells in blood can produce antibodies when there is a viral or bacterial infection? If you can't answer this, please leave and go and sleep. No use. What is the answer? The answer is also there, no, here. White blood cells. I told the whole story. Auntie, uncle, auntie, antibodies are produced by white blood cells. That is one method of our defense mechanism. Yes, there are 5 types of white blood cells. Generally, these 3 are called as granulocytes. Granulocyte. These are non-granulocytes. Granulocytes easy to remember. Ben 10, and this is ml. You all know the function of white blood cells. Carrying out phagocytosis, producing antibody. That means all these to fight against the pathogens. 21. Which of the following is not an epithelial tissue location? Epithelial tissue covering the internal, external part of our body, all the free surfaces. Lining of the oral cavity, yes. Lining of the nasal cavity, yes. Lining of the anal cavity. All those cavities are lined with what? Epithelial tissue. Thyroid gland covering, yes, correct. Epithelial tissue. Skin, correct. Epithelial tissue. Which is not a location. The spinal cord is not a location. Spinal cord, tell me what type of tissues are present in spinal cord? Yes. Not skeleton tissue. Spinal cord, nervous tissue. Nerves, neurons. Spinal cord, Puta, you all have confused the spinal cord and the vertebral column. Backbone, okay, it's like this. Each bone is like this. Okay, like this 33 bones are there, different shapes. Okay, these are the backbones, that is skeleton. But spinal cord is a part of your brain. It's a part of your brain which goes through these canals. To protect your spinal cord only, we have the backbone. So spinal cord is nervous tissue. Nervous tissue is made out of neuron, no? Neuron. Are you clear? So backbone is different, spinal cord is different. It is a part of the central nervous system, yes. Buddha, if you all don't know this clearly, when you're eating chicken neck, you all know chicken neck, right? When eating chicken neck, take that chicken neck and pull it and see. Then the chicken neck is that backbone part, continuation of the backbone. In the middle, there will be a gray color thread-like thing, rubber wage thread-like thing. That is only the chicken spinal cord. Like that, we also have a spinal cord. Our backbone is covering the spinal cord because spinal cord is very soft, very delicate, can't damage it. Okay, so therefore the backbone is covering it. Like our brain is covered by the skull. Brain and skull are not the same thing, no? Skull is the bone, brain is nerves. Spinal cord is nerve, backbone is only bone. Another name for backbone is only vertebral column. Vertebral column and backbone are same thing. That's totally different from the spinal cord, which is very soft and it's a part of your brain, like a tail of the brain. Okay, when we are learning the systems, all the pictures are there. Don't worry. Second term, first lesson, systems, most important lesson. Nervous systems, respiratory, cardiac, all those systems we will be studying. In that, I'll be showing with the pictures. What is the backbone? What is the spinal cord? What is the skull? What is the brain? All those we will discuss deeply. Okay, so the answer they're asking, which is not a epithelial tissue, answer is spinal cord in this situation. Haride? Answer is spinal cord. Then, which of the following muscle is related to contraction and relaxation function? Normally, all the muscle tissues, which of the following tissue is related to contraction and relaxation? All the muscle tissue, whether it be skeletal muscle, smooth muscle, cardiac muscle, they contract and relax. Okay, so muscle tissue. Here the answer muscle tissue is not given, no. Have they given any examples? Yes, smooth muscle, then we'll select that. Here they have given an example, shown the example of a skeletal muscle. Your bicep muscle is a skeletal muscle. Contraction makes this one move this way. Is there any problem with my connection? Can you all hear me clearly?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. So can you see the contraction and the relaxation of the muscle fibers? The muscle cells are also known as muscle fibers, no? Here I have mentioned that the muscle cells are commonly called muscle fibers. They have the ability to contract and relax. You keep your hand over the bicep and try this and see. You will feel it going up and down, getting contracted and relaxed. Okay, how many liters of blood is present inside the body of an average human being? Okay, remember about 4 to 5 mega bottles, 1.5 liters into 4 or 5. It's almost, we have, sorry, 3 to 4, no? 3 to 4 mega bottles, 5 to 6 liters. Question number, they have put 4 to 5 in our syllabus. We call it as 5 to 6. That is actually that is for a very healthy male. He has about 5 to 6. Females might have little bit lesser. Babies might have little bit lesser. Okay, it depends, but generally 5 to 6. Which of the following blood group can be donated to a person with any other blood groups? This blood can be donated to anyone. Grade 9. Universal donor kauda. Blood group O. O is the universal donor, no? Who's the fellow who is very, what do you say, stingy fellow? He takes blood from everyone else, but he doesn't give to anyone except his own category. Kaudaya. AB group, no? So I think when we were doing the grade 9, I gave you a very easy chart to remember this blood transfusion. Starting from AB, O, A, B, A and B. Now put the arrows. O can give to A, O can give to AB, O can give to B, O can give to itself also. A can give to AB, A can give to itself. B can give to AB, B can give to its own self. Own self can another person with O. AB can get from everyone, but giving only for another AB person. With this, we have studied the rhesus positive, rhesus negative also. These are grade 9, but these are common things, no? Blood grouping and all these are common things. So you can't say, sir, grade 9, we don't need to study. These are general things. You should know it. Okay, shall we move to the next one then? Many have answered that, no? Yes, rhesus part will, when we get another time, we will explain. Okay, that is like very simple. When the rhesus negative is there and there is another person with rhesus positive, a rhesus negative can give to rhesus positive. Rhesus negative can give to another rhesus negative. Rhesus positive can only give to rhesus positive. If rhesus positive goes to rhesus negative, blood clotting will occur and that person will die. Okay. That is, even if a positive person gives to a negative person, what will happen? Clotting can occur. But a negative person, can he give to a positive person? That is possible, no? Okay, so that is the rhesus thing. One day when we have time, I'll explain that also. Which of the following is considered to be a primary consumer? This is related to our photosynthesis lesson. Okay, but anyways, primary consumer, okay, normally they are the herbivores. They consume the plant. Okay, they are the herbivores. I think the photosynthesis lesson, it's a one-day lesson. In the Vallavata classes, we have completed, but Master Academy Kolonnava and online, next week only we are completing it. So, the next 5 questions, I think we can target it in our next week's paper class. I think this one, all these are related to photosynthesis part. Okay, just go through the grade 10, unit 8 nutrition part also. Then it will be very easy for us. Yes, Did you understand? Because this today's paper class is like more towards the theory. It's like whatever you learned yesterday, you're recapping. Yesterday, last week, previous week. It's like a recap of the whole thing. Did you all understand? Did you all was this session worth it? Okay, good. I am happy. Someone has said, sir, for grade 10, 2017, did you start the chapter 2? No, next week only we are starting. Okay, someone like, sir, your stories are epic. Can remember that. Yeah, I mean, as soon as said that story, one person is like, sir, my whole family is listening to your story and waiting to. I was like, good time. I didn't say anything like a dark humor or anything. Okay. Okay, Hari. Anyways, I hope this session was worth it and helpful to you all. So next week also we'll have this session. Next week is a hectic week for me. My final seminars are there. So little bit 5-10 minutes. If I get delayed, don't get upset. We will try to study it, inshallah. Yeah, the first time a fight has saved a person. Yes, I am that person. Huh? Good time I said the word. They both are fighting in the room. Okay, then. Good night to all of you all. Assalamu alaikum. We'll meet in our next week's theory and paper classes. So keep on sharing about the classes. Inform your friends. Okay, so they let them also come and enjoy this session.